Hello, Augies Worldwide. I'm Dave Kassler, amateur radio call sign KE0OG, here with another episode of Ask Dave. The manufacturer in China called Kaiweets contacted me about two of their new multimeters, and they're relatively inexpensive, so I thought I'd review them. We're going to do the ST100 today, so we'll take that out of the way. They're kind of a little different from what we're normally used to looking at. This is my standard multimeter. It's a true RMS multimeter in the classic fashion with probes and so on, and a dial to select what you want. It does auto ranging and things like that. So let's open this up and see what's in here. It's the multifunction voltage meter, and it consists of the device itself, okay, and some probes. Note that the probes have very small little points on them. Sometimes this comes off so that you can get a bigger probe. That way you can connect a clip lead or something to that. And this right here, when it's like this, is a safety feature. Okay, so we've got these, and these attach in a standard manner, and they've got covers on these, and we'll pull those out. And you look at them here, you've got, just put a fingernail there and pull that out, and then you get to see the inside, and they will go on the bottom red, and then common. Well, I guess they couldn't put black on black here, so they put white. That's where the common will go. Okay, like that. Let's take those out for now because there are some other features that this has. Now, in addition to what we took out, there are some batteries and a manual. Now, the manual is kind of interesting. Let's zoom down in on it and take a look. This is the Kaiweets ST100 multifunction voltage tester. Okay. And it's written in English and Chinese. I'm pretty sure that's Chinese. Let me just double check. Oh, they have a German connection. And design and conforms to something here up to 600 volts. It is made in China. Okay, made in China. So, the instructions are fairly short. It has an interesting feature on the end, and we're going to play with this a little bit. This thing at the end is a NCV sensor. Now, I figured out what NCV sensor is with the aid of the internet. It's a non-contact voltage sensor. Okay, non-contact voltage sensor. So we're going to try that on something here. Now, there is a little flashlight built in to the thing here, which is kind of cool. And then we've got a function meter, we'll figure out what that is, and then an on-off switch. Now, it does come with, there's a screen up here. Okay, I'm going to take this plastic off, or attempt to take this plastic off, so that it will look better on the camera. There we go. Unfortunately, where I touch that with my fingernail, it's very soft. Okay, so let us put the batteries in. To put the batteries in, you have to remove a small, again, this is small Phillips screw here. I believe it's a Phillips screw. And it comes out pretty easily. And then we lift this up. Now there's nothing here to tell us which direction to put the batteries in, but if you go look under the case, you can see the direction that the batteries go. So the negative, I'll just slit this open. I will try to slit this open. I'll get a far more serious tool to slit this open. Okay, so they go in kind of backwards like this, and then like this, okay? And we heard something beep. So that is goodness. So we're going to put that screw back right in there. Okay, and we get live NCV. Okay, now I don't know what this will do. Aha! Watch this. Okay, this is an extension cord, and it is plugged in, okay? It is plugged in, so it's live. Now watch this. Oh, the common it won't, but the live wire, let's just make sure, yeah, that's the common, and that's the hot one. Okay, so you can very easily determine whether a wire is live by just simply holding this insulated sensor right there. Isn't that cool? That is a very nice and a very handy thing to determine if wires are live. Just for kicks, let's take a little lithium-ion battery here. I doubt we're going to get anything out of this. Oh, look at that. Get a little bit out of it. This is 12 volts. It's obviously live. Now, note this. But if you move it, let's see. If you move it, this is a direct current kind of thing. It does detect something. Okay. That is cool. That is very cool. I like that. I like that. Okay, so it is testing voltage. Now, if we look in here, this is the on-off switch, so this should turn it off. Okay, and turn it on. Okay. Function, auto, hertz. This is capacitance. This is Henry's. It says volts over there. We've got a diode tester. Okay. The live NCV. PA. We'll have to find out what all these mean. Here's the NCU, which is the non-contact voltage tester. Okay, and then we come back to auto. Now, this thing is supposed to be able to detect a million things auto, so let's go to auto and find out. Well, first of all, plug in to the bottom of it the cables. Being very careful. just out of curiosity, does the live function work on auto? No. You have to put it on that non-contact thing. Okay. So now I think for our low voltage testing, we're going to want to remove these covers so that I can measure. This should be around 13 volts. It's a lithium iron phosphate battery. And what do we get? 13.28 volts. And it says DC and voltage. Okay, 13.28 volts out of this battery. This is very good. That, by the way, is normal for a lithium iron phosphate battery to run in the 13 volt region while it is charged. If it gets down into 12 something, you seriously need to charge it. Okay, this is what makes it nice for ham radio operations, is because ham radio, a lot of ham radio devices really prefer 13.8 volts plus or minus 10% to 15%. 15% will include 12 volts, but 10% won't. Okay, so there you go. And it holds it for a while. Oh, look, we've got an H function. Okay, that's a hold function. So let's go ahead and measure that again. $13.28. Now let's move this away. Well, it held it for a while. Let's get rid of this, which is sharp. Get rid of the plastic. Put that in the trash. We don't need these pieces of plastic anymore. These will keep here. Okay, now let's take a look at a resistor. Okay, this is a resistor. Now let's find out what this will do if we hold this across the resistance. 1.7 megohms. 1.8 megohms. Okay. So it's measuring megohms. Now the thing is also supposed to measure diodes to see if they're good. If the resistance below a certain value, you'll get a beep out of it for continuity. Let's try this now. With this, megohms, I'll flip it around. I don't know why it says megohms. Clearly it's not. It's a diode. That's very strange. Okay, let's go hertz, nanofarads. I've got this bag of capacitors here. Let's open up this bag. Now, one of the problems is my fingers on this thing. Okay. It says capacitance. Five nanofarads. It's completely unmarked capacitor. 5 nanofarads is 5,000 picofarads. Well, it's not 5 this time, is it? It's 3 point. So it wanders. It wanders quite a bit. Now, part of the problem is that I've got my hand on the thing. and that is messing up the reading. Okay, but it does seem to want to do something. Okay, function again, volts. Here's a diode tester. .49. Okay, and this way should be oppositely polarized because the current runs from the red down through the black in the direction of the cathode. The cathode is the white mark around here. Let me pull this up here so you can see the diode. The diode has a mark, that's the cathode. So this would show up in a circuit with an arrow pointing at the cathode, and that's the direction that the current flows. So if you hold this, so go black to white, you get an indication down here. It's small, but see, you get that in that one direction. Okay, let's go function again. LIUE, live NCV. Yep. Power, I guess. That's the live one. NCU. Okay, there's a flashlight. If you hold that down, you get a flashlight. If you hold this button down, it gives you a flashlight. Okay. And hold it down again, and it turns it off. Function is back to auto, and that is, it says a diode test should give us a tone. I don't know why it says megohms. Let's bring in this meter, which I know to be much more accurate. And we'll turn it to ohms, okay? And we'll put this diode here. Okay, it's got 18.2. There's a little kilo ohm that way. Now let's put it this way. 6.61 megohms. Oh, weird. Okay, our resistor is 1.9 megohms, 1.5 megohms, depending on how hard I press. Of course, my own skin resistance is in there too. All right, so the readings are kind of accurate. Let's see if this one has a function for, that's hertz. I don't have anything really to measure that's an oscillator. This is nanofarads. That's the diode check. There's the live NCV. And the P. We'll find out what these are. And then here's the NCU again. Non-contact voltage. Okay, the number of bars corresponds to the amount of voltage. In this case, 110. This side over here is the neutral. This side over here is the hot, or the black wire hot, as opposed to 12 volts where the black wire is negative. Okay, and we have noticed already that if that is brought up to this and moved, okay, it's looking for some sort of alternating voltage. Okay, well, let's take a look in the manual and see what these things are supposed to be. Function key to select functions. Press the function key for about 2 seconds to return to the NCU measurement. Okay. Data hold flashlight is this button right here. Okay. I'm going to zoom down on this at the risk of not remembering to zoom out. It's got a data hold and a flashlight. Press the key to turn on and off holding. There's no, oh, we get away from NCU. Okay. To hold, there's a little H for holding, and you can turn that off. And if you press and hold, you get the flashlight. Auto power off, it will turn itself off. That is a problem I am forever having with my good meter, which takes 9-volt batteries, which are expensive, is I leave it on, and by the time it turns itself off, it's seriously run the battery down. Do not measure a voltage higher than 600 volts, otherwise the meter may be damaged. Before use, test the known voltage with the meter to confirm the meter is in good condition. NCV measurement, that's the non-contact voltage in there, and it gives just a strength in lights. When an electric field signal is detected, it will display high. So if we hold the function down, we get NCU. And see, the H means there is a voltage detected. If it's a high voltage, it's an H. I don't know where it divides the line at high and low voltage. This could be very handy, double checking something before touching anything. And the smart, okay, the red probe, the probes go in as shown here down on the bottom. Okay. The meter will automatically recognize. When measuring the resistance, if the resistance is less than about 50 ohms, the buzzer will sound. Well, here's a good way to do that. First of all, let's go to auto. Yeah, okay. When we short, you get a buzzer sounding, okay? Let's see. Read the results from the display. The minimum measurable voltage is about 0.8 volts. I have a feeling that's because this is a transistor input, and you need 0.7 of a volt to even get current to start to flow through a transistor. Frequency measurement. Okay. Capacitance measurement. Okay. Diode measurement. Okay. Live wire detecting. To select live gear. That uses the probe. Okay. Live wire detecting uses the probe. Okay, let's go to live wire detecting live. Now we're going to use this. The live one is this one. We just use the one probe, and we note that that is high. Now, the neutral, we don't get anything. This shows that that is high. Note, one probe, okay, and that's the live. If you go to NCU, let's see, we'll hold this down and get into NCU. You don't have to make contact. Okay, so that's the difference between the live and the non-contact. Okay, you just use the one probe. You don't need the other probe. So that's a little safer, I think. Then non-contact phase sequence detection. you can do things here to detect the wiring arrangement for three-phase electricity, which is used for large motors. Most households do not have that. Okay. General technical specification. Well, it says environmental conditions, pollution level 2, altitude less than 2,000 meters. Well, we got a problem here. I'm at 7,000 feet, which is 2,000 meters is 65, 61 feet, so I'm a little bit high for that. The voltage terminal, 600 volts. Display, 4,000 counts. Over range indication is OL. Low battery indication on there for the low battery. Input polarity indication display can be negative if you've got it backwards, and it needs 2 AAA batteries. 2 AAA batteries are a lot easier to come by than a 9-volt battery. That's 9. It's got accuracy specifications in here. It will measure inductance. Let me see, make sure that we're measuring inductance, and then the rest of the meter in here. So you will need a small screwdriver, Phillips, to replace the battery in here. Turn the thing off this way, or it will go off by itself. If you turn it on, hold it down a couple seconds. If you push this button for a while, you get a flashlight out of the thing. Just handy if you're probing in the dark. Okay, and we'll also do hold if you want. It's got a nice non-contact. Hey, come on. I'm not connected to anything. It does this by means of electromagnetic fields. Okay, it's a nice little EMF detector, but only for high levels. So the bottom line here is that it's a nice little multimeter. You can get it on Amazon for about $22. Okay, the key feature that I really like is that you can either do live wire detecting just with the positive, or you can do non-contact voltage with this lead right here, which is encapsulated in plastic. Okay, very nice. I think this is going to be a nice addition to my test equipment. So there you have it. If you'd like it, you can get it on Amazon. Again, it is the Kaiweets ST. Again, it is the Kaiweets ST100 right here, which you can see. And for about $22 plus shipping. If you've got Prime, you don't have to pay the shipping. So in a future video, we will review its brother, the ST120. And I would like to ask you please to subscribe. That puts your vote of confidence in this channel that this is a good channel for YouTube to share. Also, you can share directly if you'd like. Please like and click subscribe, and also go to dcasler.com/support for ways that you can help financially support this channel so that I can continue to bring you these videos. Also, please take a look at our giveaway. We do a monthly giveaway, and we will do that on a monthly basis. To enter, all you have to do is send a postcard to Dave Kassler. I'll put it under here. To Dave Kassler, KE0OG, P.O. Box 98, Ridgeway, Colorado, 81432. On your card, all I need is your call sign, your name, and your phone number, and the address to which you would want it shipped. I haven't needed to call anybody yet. Well, I guess I did once. So put yours in there. We do the drawing monthly. The drawing for a given month is held on the first Thursday at the beginning of the month. Now, we do a live stream every week on Thursday evenings at 6:45 p.m. Mountain Time, USA Mountain Time. Be sure to tune into that too. If you are subscribed and you have clicked on the bell for notifications, you'll get an email or whatever your favorite notification method is in advance of that. With the link, you can go directly to that. So until we next meet, 73.